Dear students and viewers, welcome again to the online class arranged by Reliance School and College, Rangpur. I am Mohammad Arman Hussain. In our previous class, we discussed about chat questions. Today, we will discuss about an important part of English grammar. It is called verb. Verb is a part of speech and it is called the heart of a sentence. You can never form a sentence without a verb. So we should know everything in details about verb. As you are a student of class 9 or 10, you have been in the study about verb, its form, its uses. We have discussed it several times in the classroom. So now I would like to just revise them so that you can have a clear idea about it. Basically, today we are going to learn about the uses of verb. But before that, we should know what is verb. Verb is a part of speech. Verb is a word which states or shows action of somebody or someone. Here you can say examples. The first sentence is Dhaka is an old city. And the second one is Neela sings a song. In the first sentence, we find a verb, it is. So, the verb is here states something about the city Dhaka. In the second sentence, we find a verb, it is sings, which shows the action of Neela. What Neela is doing, what Neela does is shown here by this word. It is verb. So, a verb is a word which states someone or something or it shows action of the subject. Now, you should also learn about the classifications of verb. That is very important for the use of verb in a sentence. We have already discussed it in the classes. You will find it in details in any grammatical book. So you will go through the examples and definitions of different kinds of verbs. That will help you a lot. Though I know you have already gone through the pages. Okay, dear students, now come. Uses of verb. Actually, it is uses of right form of verb. We know verbs are of three forms. Are in three forms. Base form, which we generally call B1, and the example is write. WRIT. The past form, which we call V2, and it is wrote. WROTE. Past participle form V3. In short, we write V3 and the past participle form of write is written. WRITTEN. Besides, we also use the ing form of a verb and we call it present participle or gerund. It is writing. WRITING. And the another form of a verb is also SES or IES form. When we add S, ES or IES with a with the base form of a verb. Sometimes we have to use it. So we have to use these 5 kinds of form of a verb. Besides, in right form, in uses of right form of verb, you have to add auxiliary verbs here also. In the right form, in the uses of right form of verb, we usually use these 5 forms of a verb, and according to the tense, subject, mood, we have to add auxiliary verbs also if it demands. Now come the uses of these form of verbs. We will call it base form. Sometimes we call present form, but now we will call it the base form right. As right is a base form, the another ones are go, sing, play, eat, etc. These are the base form of verb. Where we use it? Where we use the base form of verb? We use the base form of verb after the preposition to. That means if a sentence starts with any subject or any tense and you have to put a form of a verb after to, then you will remember that it will be the base form. As for example, I want to dash there. If you want to use a verb, what should we use? The gap is after to. So we have to use here the base form of go. Without changing any form, we have to write it so. I want to go there. Meena wants to cook food. As to is in the sentence, after it we have used the base form of the verb to. It means we have to use the base form of a sentence after the preposition to. Then there is another thing that we must know, it is modals. Modals in the classification of verb, you have already learned what modals are. Modals are can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, etc. So we always use the base form of verb after the modals. We use the base form of a verb. It means write, go, sing, play, etc. will be used if there is any of the modals in the sentence. As for example, we can say he can solve the sum. Here we have used the base form of the verb solve. In the same way, if you use modals in past, then you will also use the base form. He could meet us. The base form or the present form of the verb is used here. Besides, another one where we use the base form of the verb, it is present indefinite tense, and if the subject is not third person singular number. If the subject is third person singular number, then we use s, es or ies form of a verb. But if it is first person, if the subject is second person or if the subject is in plural form of a third person, we will use the base form of the verb. They grew crops. We have used the base form of the verb grew, as the subject is third person but plural number. So, dear students, we generally use the base form of a verb after to, after a model, and in the present indefinite tense. Now come to the past form. We use the past form of a sentence in past indefinite tense, and there are some indicators, there are some words which generally shows that the sentence is in past tense. These are yesterday, ago, long since, once, last plus a noun, last Friday, last Monday, last Sunday, etc. These are the words that shows us that the sentence is in the past tense. If these words are added in a sentence, it indicates the past time, and so we use the past form, or the sentence is in past indefinite tense, and we have to use the past form or V2 form of a verb. Wrote. Medha dash a later yesterday. Yesterday means the day before. It indicates that the sentence is in past form, so we have to use the past or V2 form of a verb here. Besides this, we use past form of a verb in some complex sentences, and there are other uses of past form which we will learn later. Now we will go to the third form of the verb. It is past participle form or V3, where we use written. Dear students, you can find it here. We have already written some words. These are the two have verb. Have, has, had, have. These words, if these words are in a sentence and you have to use a verb after that, you must use the past participle form or V3 form of a verb there. As in, for example, he has dashed me a lot. If you want to use any verb, we have to use the past participle form of the verb here, because there is a has before that. He has helped me a lot. They had gone to the market. She had cooked food. Mr. Rahman had taught us English. Having finished the work, I went away. So dear students, you can see that we have used past participle form in all the sentences because there are has, have, had and having before that. So if we find to have verb, these are has, have, had or having. After that we must use the past participle or V3 form of a verb. The past participle form of a verb is also used in passive voice. You know that there are two forms of voice, active and passive. In active voice we find the use of past participle form, and now we will learn that we have to use past participle form in passive voice. And you know that how passive mood or passive form is formed. English is dash all over the world. So if we use a verb speak here, we have to use the past participle or V3 form because the sentence is in passive voice. So in the passive voice, the auxiliary verb does not matter what the auxiliary verb is. You have to use the past participle form always. Lions, school and college was established in 1983. Was, though the auxiliary verb is was here, we have used the V3 or past participle form because it is also in a passive voice. So in a passive voice we must use the past participle form of a verb. And now we will learn when we use the ing form of a verb. Ing form of a verb is used after prepositions except two, because we have learned earlier that after two we use the main form of a verb. Prepositions are of, with, by, without, in, on, etc. These are prepositions and we use the ing form of a verb after that. I never thought of dash there. If you want to use a verb after of, whatever the verb is, we have to use the ing form of the verb. So if we want to use go, we have to use going. I never thought of going there. By is also a preposition. If we want to use any verb there, we have to use the ing form. We can succeed. So by working hard we can succeed. Another one is if we use a verb after a verb, then we will use the the ing form of a verb. They started dash. As we know that started is already a verb. After that we will use another verb. Then whatever the verb is, it will be the ing form. Laugh is a verb and it is the ing form. He started laughing. Then we use present participle in a sentence as a non-finite verb, and then we use the ing form. I saw him going to market. Saw is the main verb here, and after that we have used another verb go. It is in the ing form. In any case, we can also you can also put down the structure here: subject plus verb plus object plus verb ing form. It means if a sentence starts with a subject, there is a verb and object, and then if we want to use another verb, we have to use the ing form of the verb. So we have learned so far that we use ing after preposition, we use the ing form after a verb, we use the ing form after an object as a non-finite verb in a sentence. If a sentence starts with a verb, going to market, I bought a book. Here we have used the ing form of a verb because it starts the sentence. That is why we have used the ing form of the verb. And the last one, SES or IES form of a verb. It is used in the present indefinite tense when the subject is third person and singular number. Only we use the S or ES or IES form of a verb in the present indefinite tense, and the subject will be a third person singular number. If the subject is third person but not singular number, we will not use the form. If the subject is not in the present indefinite tense, we will never use the S or ES form in a sentence. He flies a kite. We have used here the IES form of the verb fly as the subject is third person singular number. She teaches us. We have used the ES form because the sentence is in the present indefinite tense and the subject is third person singular number. Meena writes a letter. We have used the S form of the verb because the sentence is in third person, because the sentence is present indefinite tense and the subject is third person singular number. So dear students, we have learned today about some basic rules of uses of verb. There are other rules also that we will discuss in the next class. Our next class will be also held in the use of right form of verb, where we will find how verbs are used in different situations, in different tenses, in different sentences, usually in the complex sentences. Basically, we will learn the other rules that we have not yet discussed today for the shortage of time. Till then, stay at home and keep yourself safe. Thank you very much.